We're here at Maxpro Technologies today to show you the features of our 10-channel pressure logger. This is a logger that allows you to hook up 10 pressure transducers for your test and read all the pressures at the same time and log all the data into this box. From there you can take it to your computer, create a test report. There's an instant test report created here that we can show you later to print out a test report of the unit. We have the 10 transducers here with the real-time pressure, and then to the right of that is the peak pressure, the highest pressure each one of those achieved during your test. You can go to the setup screen. There's a password to get into there, which you can change that in the password editor if you choose to. As it comes, it's 4 ones is the password to get in. So on this screen here, there's various things you can do. There's a title editor, and you can customize this for your particular jobs. You can put, part numbers, customer name, test date, technician, whatever you want to put in there. You can customize the test report so when it prints out, it has that information on there. There's also a header editor, and this is a place where you can put your information. If you want to have your company name, address, phone number, website, anything you want in there, you can customize that. As I said before, there's a password editor here where you can change the password if you want certain people access to be able to get in and make changes to things. And then there's a calibration button, so you can go in here and zero all the transducers out. There's also a shunt cal, which what that does is it calibrates the pressure transducer to the box. You press that, what it'll do is it'll simulate 80% of the range. This is a 30,000 psi box, so it would take this up to 24,000 psi, calibrate the two together. So that's what you do on the calibration screen. There's various buttons here that you can turn functions on and off. There's an auto peak reset, so when your test is done, it'll automatically reset to 0 the peak pressure reading. You can turn that on or off. If you have it off, then you would just manually do that on the first screen. There's a pass-fail mode button you can turn on or turn off. I'll show you that in a later screen. It allows you to put a stamp on your test report whether it passed or failed. And a system setting bar, which just gives you access from the main screen to get into various settings within the device. And then there's a button to delete all the logs that are on the unit itself. There's a lot of storage on here, and then you take it from here. You can put it to a jump drive. To take it to your computer, you can take it directly through an Ethernet cable to go to your computer. But that's a way you can delete all old logs off of this box. There's also on the main screen here, there's a trend, shows you the test as it's going on. After your test is done, there's various things you can do. You can transfer it to a jump drive. You'll see that there's a USB button here. You can hit the button to transfer to that. There's a report button here. After your test is completed, you can choose pass or fail if you want to have that on your test report stamped on there. You can also from this screen put information in here. This is the screen that came up initially where you could put maybe your customer name, part number, test date, things like that in there, and you have the ability to fill that out on this screen here. And once your test is complete, you have the option to either hit the printer button or the USB button. It'll send an instant test report right to your printer and print it out, or it'll send all the data to a jump drive, and from there you can take it to your computer and you can print out the test report also. So what we'll do now is, normally you would have the pressure transducer hooked up, and this particular unit comes with 10 30,000 psi pressure transducers. For today, for this demonstration, I've got a simulator box. So hooked up to pressure transducer 1, I can simulate the pressure. So the first thing you want to do is start the logger. So right now you'll see it went from start to running. So it's logging pressure right now. So I'll simulate pressure. You run your test. You have your dwell and then your letdown. You'll see that the peak pressure stays where it's at. And then after it's all done, your test is all done, you'll stop the test, and then you're ready to save your data or print out the report. So for this one, we'll go to the report button. We'll say the test passed. Comments you can put in there, change if you want to, and then all you do is hit the print button and it will print out a test report. So this would be a typical test report that prints out from that screen. We didn't fill anything in here, but this is where you would see your company information here that stays on every test report. And over here is where you would fill out the different things that you want to have on there, and then on your comment screen you can fill in those items there. It shows the test here. It's got the start time and the stop time. So this is a typical test report that prints out. Okay, on the side of the unit here you've got the USB connection. Right now we have the printer plugged into it. This is where you would put in your jump drive. If you want to send the information to your jump drive there, you could take it over to your computer and save the data on your computer or print it out from there. There's also the on and off switches here. On the bottom here we've got all 10 of the cables for the 10 pressure transducers. Also on the bottom of the unit here is the Ethernet connection where you can hook this hard line up to your computer system. These pressure loggers can be used for various tests you may run, whether it be a system that we build here at Maxpro or a system that you already have where you need to log the pressure. We have a lot of different options. This is just one of them here. We have single channels, dual channels. We have options for temperature if you want temperature reading also. You can see more information about this, so you can visit our website at www.maxprotech.com.